welcome to Correspondence Bay, or welcome back if you've been here before. I am doing a oracle reading tonight. I think I'm going to start with Oracle of Mystical Moments. I haven't actually done that here yet. And then because this is an evening read, I'm probably going to do one of these in another video. We'll see what happens. I like to try to not commit too hard to things. So let's find out what you need to know tonight. I did want to touch base on, I've been hearing a lot of readers kind of dogging on people. No hate on the other readers because I love all the other readers. They're my little light tribe, and honestly I love them all. But I have been hearing them kind of dogging on like going to too many tarot readings and too many oracle readings and that kind of stuff, like obsessively going to these, which I agree if you're doing it for like obsessive compulsive reasons, for like, that was my dog. Obsessive, if you could hear that, obsessive compulsive reasons, like trying to, I don't know, get a different answer that you want to hear for like the person you're into or whatever. But I wanted to say, like, for me, I think I started out watching these because I needed direction, and then it became a thing where I was like, oh, this is kind of increasing my own connection to my intuition, which was an interesting thing. Like, I started being able to clear my mind more the more of these I watched, because I was connecting to, like, I want to say there's a clear distinction between actual readers and people who are just looking for drama or trying to create drama. So be careful like what you're watching. But um the readers I connected with were all very much actual readers, and they have a light to them. I think you'll be able to tell the difference. You'll resonate. You'll feel like a tingling in your body. And it's not like the anxiety tingle, like the anxiousness tingle. It's the it's so much different than that. It's like a deep inner knowing. You'll know, you'll know. I don't know how else to explain it, honestly. But the more of them I watched, I had this thing where it was like clearing my mind, and I was getting more and more connected to my own intuition, which my intuition's always been pretty strong. Um, but it's like it opened me back up to it, kind of. I don't know how to say that, but if you feel like you're getting that, I just had this nudge earlier today that I was supposed to tell you that. So that was kind of why I came on in the first place tonight. So if you, sorry, my phone's vibrating. If you get that nudge, or not nudge, that, I don't know, I guess it is kind of a spiritual nudge where you start feeling like more connected to spirit and more like connected to yourself and your own inner knowing. It's kind of helping clear out your head when you watch a lot of these. I mean, as background noise or whatever, because that's kind of what I started doing. I started kind of having it as background noise because I was clearing my mind. Um, if you find that helps you, don't let people dissuade you from doing it, I guess is my point. But if you're obsessing, I agree with the other readers, like, be careful, because that's kind of, it's not a healthy path to obsessively watch these kind of videos. But um, yeah, if you find a good group of readers that you like and they are actually helping you with your life stuff, don't obviously become reliant on it, but um, let it help open you up to your own inner knowing. So that was all I wanted to say about that. And my phone is still going. I'm gonna turn this off really quick, gang. One sec here. There we go. Okay, so I want you guys to think about what you need to know. Just be really open. If you don't have an actual question, just be really open. Be like, what do I need to know? And that's what I'm going to ask the universe. Universe, what does the viewer or viewers need to know tonight? What's really important for them to know? Okay, there's our first one out. What does the viewer need to know tonight? Okay. And what else do our viewers need to know? Okay, that was pretty quick. We're doing another 4. Oh, no, we're not doing that many. We'll do one more. Just one more. Yeah. It's so peaceful right now. I'm feeling it. I say that and then people started arguing outside my house. Winky dink. The first card out is Like a Bird. And the angel number is 22, or numerology number, because I don't know. I guess I can't vary. I don't know what the difference is between the numerology and angel numbers yet. I don't have a lot of knowledge on all that, but if you're into that stuff, this number is 22. And on this card, it's got a bird with a, I can't tell if she has wings, but a gal that looks like she might have wings. I don't know, I'm getting kind of a nudge on that as to like maybe to be connected with your inner light and be connected to your guides. I've been in a weird energy all day. And it's not like a bad energy. It's been a good energy. I think I'm feeling really grounded. I don't know why I'm kind of called to say something about that. Maybe I'm supposed to tell you how I found there's still people yelling outside. How I found a deep calm within myself, even when things are turbulent. Honestly, it's mostly just like breath work and trust. I'm kind of trust falling, I think, right now. There's a lot of stuff collapsing around me, and I'm kind of just rolling with it. I don't really know what else to tell you right now. I will touch base on that again at some point, because I'm sure there's more I meant to say on it, but I'm kind of in the middle. And when you're in the middle of something, it's sometimes a little difficult to explain to other people, I feel like, for me anyway. Like a bird. Focus, forward looking, possibilities, motivation. A woman full of expectations looks into the future. There are no boundaries to what she can accomplish. Like the bird next to her, who flies strong and direct, she knows now is the time for focused energy. You may have found yourself losing motivation lately or questioning your decisions. The key to recapturing your passion lies in readjusting your focus to unlock creativity. Surround yourself with activities or people who make you feel inspired. They can be the breath of wind under your wings. So it is wings that she has. Maybe you'll be able to see it better from back here since my light is kind of bright because my house is very dark. In case people are wondering, like, why it always looks like I'm kind of like bleached out almost, it's because it's so dark in my house that if I don't use this super bright light, you're not going to be able to really see me. I'm just going to be like shadowy and dark. Anyhow, I'm getting called to talk about the woman full of expectations. See, I don't understand how they assume she has expectations, but from the look on her face, she looks like she's just kind of lost to me. Just like curious, lost looking. But maybe one of you is curious and lost, or maybe you feel lost. I don't know. Um, yeah, I guess I'm being called to talk about not having expectations, which is so funny because that's kind of, I guess they do want me to talk about more, like the universe wants me to talk about more of how I'm so calm in a time of extreme turbulence. Um, Mostly it's just like free falling, like I said, not having expectations and being of a mindset of whatever will be, will be. And I feel somebody who's watching this may need to hear that, I guess. Sometimes stuff's going to blow up around you. And the more you stress yourself out and worry about it, the worse it's going to make you feel. Like it's just going to be whatever's going to happen is going to happen, regardless of how much you stress or freak out or worry about it. So it's like, why bother? Why bother? Just let go and trust that it's all just going to work out. That's kind of where I'm at. Like, there are no boundaries to what she can accomplish, which is true if you don't worry about stuff. Also, if you're keeping an open mind on stuff, whatever will be, will be. You keep the possibilities a lot more open for yourself, because if you set an expectation and you're worried that something's going to happen, words become things, thoughts become things. So if you're worried something is going to happen, you're going to inevitably make it happen by worrying about it. By not worrying about it and just not even thinking about it, not only do you calm yourself down, you also leave the possibilities like endlessly open. If you want to go a step further, you can like say, well, see, they say not to have expectations though, but I was going to say expect the best, but then you lead yourself to disappointment if it doesn't work out. So I honestly think the best way to go is just to not worry about it, not think about it. Whatever will be, and then know that whatever happens, it's for your highest good. Because if it doesn't work out, it's making room for something better to come in. So if not, like, what is her name? Courtney. Oh, I love Courtney. She's such an interesting little light. I like her so much. She always says, if not this, then better. If you've ever come across her channel, you'll know what I mean. But she's great. And I can't remember the name of her channel. I can't remember the name of any other channels. I remember their names because I just see them as people. I don't think about their little, except like the few people who don't actually go by their names. Then those ones I remember them by their channel names. But there are no boundaries to what she can accomplish when you're free of expectation. When you're free of expectation, there's no boundaries on what you can accomplish. This is true. Like the bird next to her who flies strong and direct, she knows now is the time for focused energy. So focusing your energy in a positive way, I feel like, is the message here. You could take, okay, so with all of my readings, especially my earlier readings, you guys will notice that my earlier readings, sometimes I was totally, completely different, like what I'm getting from it rather than what the card was saying. And that plays into a lot of just nudges, like for the person that I'm talking to, like whoever is watching this. I kind of I curb around that. I get nudges about things, and then I want to make sure that the person watching is getting the information that they need. So sometimes it won't be directly what the card is saying, or it'll be completely different from what the card is saying. But if you are not that person and that message isn't resonating with you, take the card meaning, take the book meaning. Keep that in mind. Like the bird next to her who flies strong and direct. She knows now is the time for focused energy. There seems to be, I get like a little nudge that somebody is expecting or hoping for a message from somebody or a call from somebody, communication in some way or form. Birds are often a sign of communication, incoming messages, incoming communication of some kind. Communication is on the horizon for somebody. In this message, I mean, like, communication is coming in for you. Um, I'm hearing it's going to be, well, not hearing, but feeling it's going to be slow, foggy. So it's not going to be very direct. Whatever's coming in is going to be a little confusing. Whatever communication you're getting is probably not what you're hoping to get. It's probably going to leave you more confused than you were before you got the communication. That's a message for somebody. Focused energy. So your energy is really important. Who and what you give your energy to is beyond important. You want to surround yourself with people who have your best interest at heart, but also you want to focus your energy on yourself and make sure that you have your own best interest at heart. Make sure that you are there for you. I feel like that's really important for somebody. Make sure you're not giving somebody else too much of your energy and you are giving yourself the energy that you need. You may have found yourself losing motivation lately or questioning your decisions. I'm not feeling a whole lot for that. I do feel somebody's unmotivated, but sometimes you just need to rest. And I know that that's been kind of a consistent message in these readings. I'm not really getting anything else for that one. If you're questioning your decisions, that I do get something for. So when you have a resonance in your body, when you watch these tarot readings or oracle readings, that same resonation in your body that you get, that same resonance, you should be able to get that resonance regarding your own decisions too. So just sit really quietly with your thoughts. If you're trying to decide between whether you should do something and you shouldn't do something, don't take the anxious feeling, because it's different. It's not resonance. The anxious feeling is your ego. That's not resonance. The kind of calm, almost like tingly feeling you get all over your body, kind of almost like when your foot's asleep. It's similar to that, but it's like kind of warm and light. It's like warm and cool at the same time almost sometimes. I don't know how to explain it. It's a tingly. It's kind of like when your foot's asleep. When you get that feeling, that's resonance. And usually you get it in like your gut. That's usually where I get it anyway. I hear a lot of other readers say that that's where they get it as well. It's just, it's a knowing, it's a deep knowing, and you'll get that within yourself regarding a decision you're trying to make here too. If you're not getting the answer from this reading tonight, you're going to get it from your own gut. You just have to sit with yourself and think on it. Think on it in quiet stillness and feel it. Each answer. So answer each direction that you want to figure out between. Pick one, sit with it for a minute, and ask your body, ask yourself. Ask if you believe in God or the universe or your guides or your angels, ask them to give you resonance for what the right answer is, to help you know. That helps sometimes too. You may have found yourself losing motivation or questioning your decisions. I'm sure you guys heard that. My dog doesn't like being put in a separate room from the room that I'm in. If you find yourself losing motivation, I find like the best thing to do is to just do it. Like, get up and do it. Because I will not like be able to talk myself into doing something if I don't want to do it. So if I just don't think about it and just get up and do it, that often works the best for me. I hope that helps somebody. Probably not. But maybe it helps you. The key to recapturing your passion lies in readjusting your focus to unlock creativity. So somebody may be creating art of some kind or trying to figure out a creative way to solve a problem. If that is the case, I would say trying to refocus, look at it from a different angle, or maybe even like for me, if I'm really struggling with something artistically, I will do something calming or I'll like watch tarot videos. Sometimes I get so much inspiration just from their light kind of coming through on all this stuff. So maybe that'll help you. I'm going to cover my mic for a second. Actually, you know what? I should just go. I'm going to go. I'll be right back. 1 second. And I don't cut these, so sorry, but I'll be right back. I'm going to go calm my dog down. I don't know how much you guys can hear from like all the way across my house, but I had to put my dog to bed. She's my child. Anyway, oh yeah, so the key to recapturing your passion lies in readjusting your focus to unlock creativity. So sometimes if you're thinking about something too hard, you're not going to be able to create because you're forcing it. Creativity comes when you relax and you just let things flow. So if you redirect yourself onto like a different project, you're more likely to be able to do whatever creative thing it is you're trying to do. Redirect yourself, like if you like plants, maybe try transplanting some plants, or do some house chores, or watch some tarot videos. Anything to distract yourself for a minute from whatever it is you're trying to create, and then all of a sudden it'll come to you. That's usually how it works for me. Surround yourself with activities or people who make you feel inspired. So that also can be helpful. Tarot, I find tarot readers inspiring. So that was kind of my example. But if you have like an activity that makes you feel expired, might be a message for somebody. Check your fridge. Something in there might be expired, or your cupboards. Yeah, do something that you find inspirational. Maybe it's just hiking. Go for a walk. Go for a walk in the woods or your neighborhood. I love going for walks. Hang out with people who are creatives. Like if you know there's a art venue or a concert or something, and if that makes you feel inspired, try doing that. That's fun. They can be the breath of wind under your wings. So this has gotten really long already, and we've barely gotten through 1 out of 5. 5 cards. We never do 5 cards. So we're gonna stop rambling about these and mostly just take them for the meanings, unless we get some serious nudges, friends. This one is Miss Sunshine, number 17. And she literally looks like her hair is the sun. That's pretty cool. This is a really interesting card. It's like, if you look at it this way, it looks like a capitol building of some sort of government building. I don't know if this is focusing. But then if you look at it this way, we've got her, she's like pulling the curtains around her. I don't know, it's really interesting. She's so bright and my light's so bright, you might not be able to see her. But this is a really cool card. I like this deck a lot. This is Oracle of Mystical Moments by Katrin Wells Stein. I probably butcher the names of these every single time. I really like these decks. She also has a tarot deck that I like using, but I am not quite ready to do tarot on my channel yet. Tarot's a different animal as far as this kind of stuff goes. I really like the duality in this card. I feel like that has meaning for somebody, night and day kind of thing. Like this way it's the night with the moon, and the other way it's the day with her hair as the sun. But the moon is inside of this little palace, capitol building looking thing. I find it interesting that this duality is underneath her skirt. I don't know if that's a message for somebody, but if that resonates for you, take that however it resonates. It's like she's Miss Sunshine during the day. It's almost like she doesn't exist at night. Like the stars and the moon kind of take over and this darkness takes over. Maybe you're somebody who likes to ruminate a lot at night. Maybe you're very dreamy and you get in your kind of dreamy time. So for that person who might need some creative inspiration, maybe you're going to find that inspiration at night. A little nighttime walk or sit out on your porch and look at the stars and find your inspiration that way. I like the little twinkling lights on this. It's giving me the vibe of those little light curtains more so than actual stars or fireflies. Let's see what this is. I'm not getting a lot of hits on this card tonight either. Just the few things that I've mentioned. So if any of that resonates for you. Sun, light, energy, courage, clarity. A woman rises high into the sky. Her hair shines bright like the sun. Her skirt looks like a huge building. She comes from a darker place. Ooh, so you know what? I did get a ping on that. So I'm getting this nudge about somebody having a like kind of dark past that they're maybe uncomfortable about. And so to the world, they put on the happy sunshine, little Miss Sunshine face or whatever, or little Mr. Sunshine face. But their past is like this thing that they look at it like it's this dark thing that people are going to judge them for, even though it was like stuff that happened to them. It's not something they actually did. And so for something like that, which we won't go too much into because I'm not trying to trigger anybody, which I mean you're probably already triggered if you're going to be triggered, but for something like that, I think I would probably say to not be so hard on yourself. Your past does not define you. Your past is just your past. It's the things that we learned from it that make the difference now. Anything that happened to you in your past, that's not who you are. And if anybody's going to judge you for it, I don't know why my nose is so itchy all of a sudden. Confirmation, I guess, for somebody. Anybody who's going to judge you for your past isn't somebody you want in your life. You want somebody who accepts you, accepts your past, accepts all parts of you, including the parts of yourself that you can't accept. So if that's a love message for somebody, because it kind of feels like it is, um, if you don't feel like they can accept your past, then that tells you right there that they're not the one for you. They're not the one you're meant to be with. If you're worried that they won't accept your past, they're not the one for you. Because the right person will accept you in all your many shades. Night, day, dark, light, regardless of what happened to you. And your friends, I don't know what you feel comfortable telling people, and I'm not saying you should feel comfortable telling people things that you don't feel comfortable telling people. But I am saying that the right people will love you even more because you're strong enough to have survived whatever it is that you went through. That makes you strong. That doesn't make you weak. So that's a message for somebody. That's as far as I want to go with that. She comes from a darker place. Beneath her lies gloom and shadows. And that gives me a different thing for somebody who's like secretly really depressed, but always putting on a sunny, happy face for the world. I mean, it's kind of a similar message though. Like, we all have our seasons. We all go through depression. I go through depression. Everybody goes through depression. We all have our things. It's not what defines us. It's a season. We're meant to feel and we're meant to let things go. So if you're struggling to get out of depression right now, what usually works for me is I do meditation. I will think on what it is that's making me depressed, and I will reflect back. And if it's not one specific thing, anybody who gets depressed knows how that goes. It's just you feel depressed. Maybe it's everything. I don't know. If it's not one specific thing and you're just feeling melancholic and it's kind of just everything or nothing, for me, I honestly find if I just make myself go for a walk, it helps just a skosh. Just getting outside and walking. Just walking. No destination in mind. Just walking until I don't feel like walking anymore. And then I walk back. And I always, for whatever reason, feel a little bit better. I am an avid headphones wearer. If you notice, my hair's kind of like always got this little indent. It's because I'm always wearing these giant headphones that are noise canceling. Do you know why I wear noise canceling headphones? Because I want to hear my thoughts, or I don't want to hear my thoughts, but I also don't want to hear the world. One or the other. So I always have like music or binaural beats going if I'm wearing the giant headphones, or podcasts, or even tarot readings. I'm not sad about it. I'm not I'm not sorry. It's whatever makes you feel better. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just don't want to hear the world. Maybe that's a message for somebody. Try some binaural beats. B as in boy, INAURAL. Binaural. And then beats is a separate word. B as in boy, EATS. They are sound frequencies. And they have one for like everything. So look it up. There's a ton of them on YouTube. There are some really cool binaural beat creators on here. And just listening to that while you walk can sometimes clear your head so much. Gloom and shadows. Oh, right. Also, I lost it. I lost it again. I had it and I lost it again. I guess I'm not meant to say anything more on that. But her light is glowing. She is like the energy of life and the sun of the universe. She focuses her intentions on the positive and is able to gain clarity. That is something also. Keeping your thoughts held on to the good things, letting the bad things come in and just slip right back out of your mind. Like, ego will throw a million things at you, and if you grab onto any one of those things, you'll sit there and ruminate on it all night long, all day long. Just let it flow out, like come in, cycle out, and then redirect your thoughts onto something else, like an accomplishment you did that day. You got up, you woke up, you got out of bed. That's an accomplishment. That is something that you can hang on to, because there's sometimes, days when you can't get out of bed or you don't want to, some of you. But if you got out of bed, that's an accomplishment. That's step one. Get up, get a glass of water. Step two, you accomplished a glass of water. You are nurturing your body and taking good care of yourself. When you focus on that kind of stuff, that helps a lot too. She leaves the night and fears behind. So she focuses her intentions on the positive and is able to gain clarity. She leaves the night and fears behind. So when you're able to focus on the positive, all those nagging fears that you have that kind of bog you down, they slip out if you can focus on a positive thing, and you're able to get out of that gloomy nighttime ruminating mode. For somebody who's having trouble sleeping at night, I find that that's going to be something helpful for you to do, especially, is to just let those thoughts go. Don't grab onto any one of them and start focusing on your breathing. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Focus on that. Focus how it feels going in your body when you're breathing in. Focus on how it feels leaving your body, going out of your mouth. Focus on each muscle in your body relaxing as you're laying down. It's going to help a lot. We're going to move on to the next card. 50, the Observer. I like these cards. Very cool. The Observer has a gal with, looks like dandelion seeds, like little tufts when you blow the dandelion seeds, coming out of her hair, which gives me the feeling that she's a dreamer. She's a person who blows on dandelions and makes a wish. Maybe that's you. So this message is probably for somebody that resonates with. She's looking through a very old school camera. In case you guys don't know what that is a very old school camera. Very old school. These cameras took a long time to process a picture. So it took a lot of patience, and I'm feeling that somebody maybe need the person with that whimsical nature. For whatever your question is, I'm being directed that you need to have patience. It's going to come, but it's going to take a lot of time to process whatever it is that you're waiting for. But it's coming, as long as you stay patient and you trust the process and you redirect yourself and focus on something else instead of this, whatever this thing is. I'm drawn in by the grass in the bottom of this card also. If you guys are able to see that, the grass is very catching to me. When I think of grass, I feel like I think about being out in nature, being a kid, and kind of feeling nostalgic. That kind of feel. Maybe you need to take some time out and think about some happy, nostalgic moments you had with friends as a kid, maybe, like playing in the grass Or maybe you need to do that as an adult. Get in touch with your inner child, play in the grass, go lay in the grass, stare at the clouds, stare at the stars, get into your dreamer, whimsical side. The moon is so small in the top left, kind of, it's like not quite at the top left on this card. It's very small and it's a crescent moon. It's just barely poking into the scene. It feels like a message for somebody. Somebody feels small. They feel like the world is bigger than them. Which, I mean, in a sense, we're all very small. Like everything in our lives is small. It's small potatoes. That's one of the reasons I say not to worry about that kind of stuff, because it all just doesn't really matter in the long grand scheme of things. Worrying about stuff doesn't do anything for us. But don't feel so small. You're big, you're important, you matter. Everything you do is putting energy into the world. So what kind of energy do you want to put into the world? Do you want to be somebody who puts in negative energy into the world? Or do you want to be the person who makes the world a little bit better by the little things that you do? Because every little thing you do matters. It makes a difference. I feel like that's a message for somebody. This is number 50 for those of you who pay attention to numerology. Let's see what we've got here. I do love that these are numbered. It makes it so much easier. 50, the observer, patience, awareness, focus. A woman is looking through an old-fashioned camera, ready to take a photograph. She observes the landscape before her. All is quiet. All is peaceful. We don't know how long this woman has been waiting for the perfect shot. She has the patience to... I've actually never gotten this card. That's confirmation for somebody. Patience. She has the patience to remain focused until the decisive moment presents itself. Strength lies in her calmness. She lives in the present and does not get easily distracted. So living in the moment and living in the present is just another fun way of saying, like, not to think about things too much. Let the thoughts come and let them go. And don't focus on them. Just focus on the now. Focus on the moment. Pay attention to the details. Like maybe a tablecloth. I don't know. No, the stars. I feel like the stars are a great thing for you to focus on. I think people need to look at the sky more, because it really helps you put things in perspective. Takes your mind off of all of our small problems. And look at how vast the universe is. Really think about that. Think about how small our planet even is in the grand scheme of the entire universe. We are not even a speck, not even a micro, what do you want to call it? A microcosm, microspec? I don't know, like a grain of sand. There's been a lot of different variations on that. She has the patience to remain focused until the decisive moment presents itself. Strength lies in her calmness. She lives in the present and does not get easily distracted. So you know how your phone is constantly going off? That's a message for somebody about being on your phone too much. Maybe turn off notifications for a while. Turn the sound off your phone, turn off vibrate. Don't let your phone distract you from the real world anymore, and just start checking it at your leisure. Don't be so focused on it. You know? Spend more time in the present doing what you want to do and focusing on the beauty of the world. And then getting on your phone only when you actually have devoted that time to doing so. Spend the whole day out. Don't look at your phone unless you have some important thing that's going to happen. you're waiting for like an important text from work or whatever, like maybe leave vibrate on. But just a brief check to see if you got that text or that call, or if that's what that notification was. Maybe turn notifications off on everything else and only have notifications on for that one important app, like your texting app or your phone call app, or just leave those two on just in case of emergencies. But turn everything else, all the other notifications off, and don't pay attention to them until the end of the day. Spend a whole day just in the world doing what you want to do, and really focusing on all the details of the world. Like, wow, I never noticed that that tree looks like that cool. I don't know. The sky has so many stars. It's silly. I know it's silly, but there's a lot of different things that people don't notice every day. It would like blow your mind that nobody notices because we're always on our phones. Just really cool stuff out there. Go out there and try and find as many cool details that you've never noticed before and focus on that. That's a good way to get out of your headspace too. Let's get going. We are, what does that say, 46 minutes in? Woo. Day and night. Card number 1. For those who are into the numbers. This is a cool person. She's got cool, like, kind of blue shaded glasses on. She's got like this orb. It's a glowing orb in her hand with little light bubbles coming off of it. Looks like it's nighttime and the moon is up on the left side. It almost seems like the orb she's holding is the sun, because the area around all looks like daylight. Let me get my face out of there. There you go. Oh, look, it's focusing pretty well on that one. Give you a second to check that out. Isn't that cool? If you're getting nudges from the card yourself, also take heed on those nudges if you're intuitive. I think all of us are a little intuitive. We just have to get in touch with it. I like her little Princess Leia. If you're into Star Wars, she's got the little Princess Leia hair going. It's like an extreme version. It's very large and in charge. That's a message for somebody. Maybe you're curious if you should change your hair up. Yes, I say go for it. Change your hair up. Do you. Do a new you. There's a lot of duality coming out in these cards. I'm seeing a lot of light and dark duality in all of these cards so far. I feel like that's a message for somebody about embracing your duality, embracing that aspect of yourself, that you're not just one thing, because none of us are just one thing. Sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're sad. Embrace both sides. We're never just one thing. And anybody who says that you're fake because you're like, I don't know, positive one moment but sad another moment, like that person doesn't understand how the human mind and human body work, because sometimes we're sad, sometimes we're different things, sometimes we're like extremely focused and extremely good at something, and then other times we're distracted, and we're never just one thing. Embrace the duality. Day and night, uncertainty, fear, worries, decisions to be made, follow your instincts. The girl we see on this card, follow your instincts. That's something for somebody who has intuition that they're not paying attention to. You get the nudge in your body, that little resonance, but you don't follow it. Follow your instincts. I feel like they're going to lead you to better things. The girl we see on this card is holding the sun in her hands while the moon is at her back. True. She looks uncertain, as if she has a question in mind but does not know the answer. I mean, she looks pretty cool, calm, and collected to me. But I'm not here to argue with the great cards. Maybe somebody does have a question in mind and they're uncertain about something. What is she thinking about? Is she afraid of the answer or the inward process to find it? Many of us struggle with making decisions, but where there is shadow, there is also light. After a dark night, there is always the light of the morning sun, warming the path we have chosen. This card reminds us that we already hold all the answers in our hands. We should trust our inner judgment and know we will be able to handle any situation. I agree. Last card, Rose Garden. Ooh, she has an interesting flair to her. She looks saucy. Like she's kind of sassy. There's a butterfly on the card, which butterflies, if you know, represent transformation. You know, actually, and I also want to go ahead and point out that we had quite a lot of sun and moon going on. That's really interesting. So the sun represents joy. This is in tarot. The sun represents joy, good things coming, good news sometimes. So for somebody that may be, maybe for you, if you were wondering if good news is on the horizon, it appears yes. For somebody else, I see a lot of moon going on also, which goes back to our whole duality thing. But the moon represents intuition also, following your intuition, but it also warns of delusions and illusions and not getting wrapped up in those. So try to see through the delusions and illusions. If you're feeling if you're feeling a little delusional, interesting. Somebody might be in a situation where they're not seeing the full picture, where they think things are one way, but they are actually quite another. And I think that you're being guided to follow your intuition to see past those illusions, delusions. Following your ego too much and listening to it, and it's leading you kind of astray. It's very interesting. I just noticed also that it's in threes for the moon. We have it on 3 cards, and it's these 3 center cards. So 3 might be a number for you. Also, look up the angel number 3 and the meaning for you. The sun. So the person who's got the possible illusions or delusions and needs to follow their intuition, look up the number 3. It's going to play into this somehow for you. And then the person who is looking for news coming in, they're going to have good news. Look up the number 2. So there's 2 suns on here. And I feel like that plays a part in your answer also. So look up what that number means in numerology and in angel numbers. I feel like it's slightly different for both, but I feel like they're similar. For this card, she looks, I don't know, I just get this feeling like she's kind of dangerous, a little sassy, a little saucy, but she's like in transformation. So maybe she went from being a wallflower, because there's a lot of flowers in this, and being kind of directed to pay attention to the flowers that there. Kind of losing my voice still. And it's interesting because she looks like she's got like a centipede around her neck, and she is totally comfortable with that. So somebody's coming out of their wallflower phase. You're maybe really shy, and this is kind of directing you, I feel like, to branch out of your shyness and embrace your power, embrace your strength, because you are powerful. You are strong, you are powerful. You are going through a transformation. You're the butterfly. caterpillar turning into the butterfly. Force to be reckoned with. It's also kind of, I'm getting a nudge on having strong boundaries. Set some strong boundaries for yourself. This is number 9, Rose Garden, for those that are into the numbers. Oh, that also reminds me, for the person with the message coming in, you had numbers 22, 17, and 1. So look into that. And then the person who may be under illusions right now, yours would be 17, 50, and 1. And then obviously the other numbers for you guys, which were for the message, it was 2, and for the illusions, it was 3. Rose Garden, for the person who's a little wallflower, number 9 may be significant for you. Also look into the significance of butterflies for you. Sensitivity, awareness of nature, integrated whole strength. Look at this beautiful woman who was transformed into a flower. She holds a red blooming rose to the place where her heart belongs. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Right where her heart is. So this may be you seeing yourself as less significant than the person you're interested in, or not seeing yourself as worthy. And I think the universe is trying to tell you that you are worthy, you are significant, and that person is not more important or better than you in any way, shape, or form, although you may see them that way. Her hair has become a leaf blown by the wind. She is a part of nature and grows stronger with her every gentle touch and loving gesture. She is not alone. Her friends, the caterpillar, and see, it's interesting because that whole transformation, the caterpillar turning into the butterfly, but when I first looked at that, I saw it as a centipede, like one of those giant ones that they have in tropical places, which I feel like to me means that you are like, I don't know, it represents like not being afraid, being fearless, being strong. And I feel like that's a message for somebody, to be fearless, be strong, and transforming. Her friends, the caterpillar and butterfly, are here to visit. Thorns threaten to prick her, but she is not scared. Confirmation. A rose is beautiful and strong because of its thorns, not in spite of them. So that's a message for somebody. Let's go ahead and check out. I was going to say to look at a different for this one, but actually I feel like that's fine. I feel like there's another card that may kind of tie into this, but I'm not being called to grab it, so I just had the thought for a second and then it passed. So usually that means I'm not meant to do it. But her hair is a leaf blown by the wind. I feel like that kind of talks to me about like insecurity, like feeling insecure when your hair is kind of out of place, or you mess with your hair a lot when you feel insecure or when you're feeling anxious. And it's probably around that person that you're interested in. I feel like this is for somebody with a question about love. That same person who maybe feels insecure and feels like they're not, like they feel like that person is out of their league, maybe. This is a message saying that nobody is out of your league. Nobody. Anybody is attainable, because you are beautiful no matter what you think you look like. Somebody out there finds whatever you look like absolutely beautiful. All it takes for you to be beautiful to everyone is just confidence. Regardless of what you look like, if you are confident, the world will agree with you. If you think you're beautiful, everybody else will too. You just have to be confident. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but practice makes perfect. Positive self-talk. is a big one. Tell yourself in the mirror every day, like, you are beautiful. It sounds cheesy, but if it gets out of that negative spiral that you get in where you negative self-talk yourself, then I'd say go for it. We have to be kind to how we talk to ourselves. Be really conscientious about what you're thinking regarding what you look like, regarding how you feel about yourself, regarding what you think about yourself. Be really, really conscientious about that. Be conscious about it. Think about it, and anytime a negative thought comes in, just be like, no, stop that. Instantly, the moment the thought even starts. And then find something that you like about yourself and say, I really like this about me. And then start appreciating the parts of yourself that you don't like. Like, find positives in them. Confidence is king. If you want to go far in the world, all you have to do is maintain confidence. Fake it till you make it. Keep saying it over and over and over again until you believe it. Anytime a negative thought comes in, smash it out by saying 10 positive things about yourself. That is our reading today. I'm going to leave it there. And we all know how this goes when I try to end one of these, so let's see if this thing's going to work. Not working. So we're going to do this thing where we turn it off and turn it back on again. Is it going to work? I don't know if you can see it, but it's doing this little blinky thing that means it's not working. Whoever made this, you need to make better equipment, friend. Oh my gosh, this thing. Sometimes I feel like I'm just going to get up and turn this off. I could just cut this out of the video probably. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to turn it off, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me.